This video is about COMMANDO AIR-APO1200 outdoor access point. COMMANDO AirX series AIR-APO1200 is 1200 Mbps dual band outdoor access point which is Wi-Fi 5 based and work as a standalone or autonomous as well as controller based mode of operation. So it works with a controller basically in fit mode. If you want to make it a fat mode, you have to disconnect all the network, just give the DC power supply of 12 volt 1.5 ampere or PoE power to power on. If you connect to any of the network, it will fetch the DHCP IP address and you will not get the access via the default IP address. So because it's a controller based fit mode operation, by default you have to disconnect all the network to take the basic access of the device. So we will see how to take the access in various modes of operation of this device. So this device can work as a fit or fat mode. In fat mode you can have the AP as well as routing mode. So one by one we'll take the access of this device. I have connected this with my laptop and I am taking the access of this device. So I will go to the properties and change the IP address from automatic to the manual IP address. I have not connected this device to any of the network and the IP address will be 192.168.188.2 from 2 to 250 any of the IP address. I select 10. Subnet mask 255.255.255.0 and the default gateway 192.168.188.251. So by default the access IP is 192.168.188.251. So I will give this access IP 192.168.188.251 and I can change the language. I can go for Chinese language or I can give the English language. Default password is admin. So this password is admin and you can take the access. You can see the working mode is a fat mode. So if you want to change it as a autonomous AP or the standalone AP, or you don't have any controller of the commando, you can go for the fat AP mode of operation. This fit mode can be workable with the controller only. So I will change the mode of operation to the fat mode. The device will reboot and it will take around 1 minute to get it rebooted. Similarly, I can access this device via SSID. So the SSID list here, the 5G default and 2.4G default SSID is there. There is no password for getting connected. After connecting to this default SSID, you have to change the properties to the IP address having the default gateway 192.168.188.251 and you can also get the access via this default SSIDs which it is having. So after getting rebooted, because I am doing live on the device, so it will take some time. So you will get the login page after rebooting or changing the mode of the device from the fit mode of operation to the fat mode of operation or autonomous AP operation. Generally, if you don't have controller, you cannot directly connect to the networks because it will fetch the DHCP IP address and you will not get this access IP accessible at the start, or otherwise you have to check in your router from where the DHCP is coming in your network and accordingly you can see the access point as a name and can see the IP address. We will show the practicals of that also. So it will take some time. So now it has come active, but you cannot see after changing the mode also, you cannot see other option because of the browsing history issue. So you have to go to the history, browser history, and you have to delete all the browsing history. Then only you can see the other options. So after deleting the browser history from the browser, I will give the password admin and now you can see. So this is a gimmick which you have to remember to get the access of the device. Device is having very good range and very powerful mode of operations. So I have now changed the mode to fat AP mode, and to get these options I have to delete the browsing history. So system overview in the autonomous or standalone mode, you can see like this. So by default the access IP is this 192.168.188.251, which you can change. I will show you how you can change it. And 2G and 5G band, you can see the SSIDs also by default. This also can be changed. So port setting, uh, basically it is having two port, but both of the port in LAN mode, and the WAN is getting the DSCP. So any of the LAN connected to the any of the router or the switch having DSCP server, it will fetch the IP address and it will get the new IP address. If you want static one and want to change the IP address of this device, you can go for static IP and can change that. Then you can change the SSID. You can create 4 multi SSID. By default 4. One is enabled, and by default in 5G band 5G default is enabled. You can create multi SSIDs, basically 4 SSIDs in 2G band and 4 SSID in 5G band. I will show you how you can edit and create. So by default the security is open. I want to change this to the commando 2G. I want to have the security and say the password is capital C commando @123, and I want to confirm. You can create 4 SSIDs in 2G band and 4 SSID in 5G band. If you are facing any issue in SSID setting, just clear the browsing history, disable the interface for the access of this device, the Ethernet interface. Then it will work properly. I want to create one more SSID in 2G band. So I will say commando 2G, or any of the SSID you want to say -1. So this way I want the password for this. Let us say admin @123. I will confirm this password. I have just created. Without enabling it, this will not appear in the list. So if you want this to be appear in this list, you have to enable this, and after 50 seconds it will appear in this list. I want to change the 5G SSID, which is by default 5G underscore default. I want to change this to the commando 5G. You can change any of the SSID as per your choice. I want this password as commando @123. So I will confirm this. So now I can see the commando 5G. I also want one guest mode SSID in 5G. So I want to have CMD 5G in guest mode, and I want the security type open. So if unless and until you enable it, it will not appear. So after some time you can see commando 2G 1 is appearing, commando. So you can connect by giving the password as you set in the device. If you are facing any issue while setting 2G SSID and 5G SSID, just go to browsing history, delete the browse history like this, and you will get the access of the device without any problem. So this is a gimmick which you have to use by deleting the browsing history for setting the SSIDs. You can also have the RF settings also. By default you can have 2G band or 5G band. So channel you can select from any of the channel as per the Wi-Fi analysis. You can select the channel. Let us say 10 is a channel, or you can also have the auto selection of channel by the AP. You can have the channel width. If you are having 20 megahertz channel width, you will get lesser speed, around 30-40 Mbps in 2G band. If you are having 40 megahertz, you can get 40-50 Mbps in 2G band for the mobile users. In 5G you can also have the bands like this. You can select the auto or can have the manual bands, and you can have 80 megahertz by default. So these settings you can change. User control, I will connect one of the device to this. Let us say I want to connect to the 5G CMD 5G, which is open. So I want to connect to this CMD 5G, and the user list will appear. Because I am doing live, it will take some time to getting it connected. So user list will show that, and then I can have the blacklist or whitelist as per my choice. So now I am connected, and now it is shown in the user list. So the user IP and all, because I have not connected to any of the DSCP source, I am directly connected the power on this device. This will not be shown. Then you can blacklist and whitelist. So blacklist mode, you can add the MAC IDs and can blacklist that, and you can also have the system setting. So this basic setting is very important. You can change the mode of operation. After changing the mode, clear the browsing history, and you can get the functionality of the device. Then you can also have the schedule power on and off for the device. So the security feature will be added. So Wi-Fi unauthorized access will be straightforward removed by time reboot or time setting for use of this device. So you can have the first plan like weekly on any of the days, the open period for this device. So Wi-Fi will be on that time, and Wi-Fi will be off for rest time. You can change the default password, which is admin, to the new password. You can have the device reboot from this, and you can restore the factory default. If you restore the factory default, then you can get the Chinese language issue, and that can be solved very basically by just going here and selecting the English language. If I connect directly to the controller, then the IP address will be automatically found from the controller. I have found that controller has given now this device IP address 192.168.1.56. I can have the change of language. By default it is showing in Chinese. You can change it to English. The default password is the password of the controller now, not the admin password. So you can see the mode is automatically changed to the fit mode. You can save that. If you are facing any issue, go to the history and delete the browsing history, and you will get the desired things. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you understand the basic operation of APO1200. Thank you.